Morning, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the morning routine. It's Friday morning, March the 9th, 2018, episode number 300. 300. If you can imagine, we've done 300 episodes together, not missing a single daily time together in 300 weekdays. That's amazing. Episode number 300. It's always fun to hit little milestones along the way, and I'm glad. Oh man, I'm glad we started this, and I'm glad we continue to do this together each and every day. So I really appreciate each and every one of you who are here all these days and sharing thoughts with me and meeting me on the sidewalks and the halls and the stores and different places and encouraging me to keep going and telling me what you like and telling me what you don't like. It has helped along the way make this a great show together, and I'm so thankful for you guys in all the ways that you join, whether it's Facebook Live or later on in the day on Facebook or on YouTube or the podcast or even on the website, reading the articles in Morning Routine. I thank you so much for being part of this grand adventure. And you know, it's fitting that today is episode number 300. Today, March 9th, is not only National Get Over It Day, and it's not only National Meatball Day, but it happens to be Evan Kongvold, my son's birthday in heaven, who we lost a year and a half ago. And he is the one who prompted me to start this podcast. So it's fitting that we hit episode 300. Thanks, Kim, on a special day like this, when we're going to be thinking about our wonderful son and brother and friend and fellow brother in living after Christ's heart to get today. And what an exciting day, episode number 300. So thank you all for being here. Exceptional. So yesterday was a fun day, and then turned into aggravation. Apple. You know, we own Apple product, everything. Apple phones, Apple everything is Apple around here because they work so nicely together, you know? So my laptop has this screen that's flickering, and then sometimes it goes black, and then it comes back as flicker. So I make the 2 hour and 45-minute drive to the nearest place that you can get anything like this done, which is down in Allentown, before I call to make sure everything is good. I have an appointment. You sure you can fix whatever it is when I get there? Yes. I get there. They do a diagnostic. What do they say? Yeah, we're going to have to order the parts. That's going to be about 5 days. I can't do without a computer for 5 days. We got things to do, you and I, right? You know? Anyways, come to find out it's going to be an expensive fix, so I think I might have to deal with a flickering screen for some time now. So, I don't know. There you have it, though. Good morning, Mother, in Myrtle Beach. Boy, living the dream down south. Nice and sunny. Anyway, so that was my Apple story. On we go. I do have some stories. Oh, I got a quote for you this morning. The quote is this: "We're aware of this and working to fix it." That quote was said by Amazon, confirming that the Alexa is randomly laughing at people. Can you imagine? This is a true story. This is a quote out of Skim newsletter. People's Alexa device are randomly, for no reason, starting to laugh at them. Amazon is aware, and they are trying to fix it. So if your Alexa starts laughing at you, you know, yep, you're not going crazy. It's really happening. So stories of the day, guys. I do have some stories today for you. The first story, you know, this is kind of funny, actually, and it brings about a great question. So this is out of The Guardian, and it has to do with children and pencils. Yes, children are increasingly finding it hard to hold pencils and pens. An overuse of touchscreen phones and tablets is preventing children's finger muscles from developing sufficiently to enable them to hold a pencil correctly, they say. To be able to grip a pencil and move it, you need strong control of the fine muscles in your fingers. Children need lots of opportunity to develop those skills. Nature of play has changed. It's easier to give a child an iPad than encouraging them to do muscle building play such as building blocks, cutting and sticking, or pulling toys and ropes. Now, I don't know about this because I think muscles are being used because you watch anybody play video games, man, their fingers are in full muscle, mode. I mean, they're flying. and they're tapping stuff and they're pushing buttons and doing this and that. So I don't know about this. I mean, I can't, I didn't do a research, like these guys did, so I can't argue with their study. But I wonder about that. Now, let's take a step further than that. Let's say that it's true. Let's say that kids can no longer hold pencils and pens correctly because of this. With all the communication that we do now, we don't write letters anymore. We send emails, we text, we do things on computers, we do all those things. Would you rather have a child who can type fluently or who can write with a pencil if you had to choose one or the other? It's an interesting question to think about because we're living in a different time and place. Remember, when I was a child, you had to take handwriting class to learn to write script, which I was terrible at. And they looked down on me because I had the messy handwriting. Now they don't even teach it because it's not used. So which would you rather your child know how to do if they could only do one? Me personally, I would choose type fluently. One of the things that I can't do and I wish that I could. So there you go. Interesting information. Next story that I have. This one is just kind of cool. It's a new VR tool that's coming out. Just thought I'd share it with you. It's called the Health Voyager. This is out of Fast Company, a new virtual reality app that's designed to help kids suffering from conditions like Crohn's disease understand their ailment and immerses them in a cartoon-like virtual reality tour through their body. Sounds kind of scary, honestly, but sounds kind of cool too, A lot of kids are confused by doctors' intricate explanations of complex procedures like a colonoscopy, and they and their families can feel much more engaged and satisfied if they really understand what's going on. So what happens is they take this child and they program this thing in. It's designed to give kids and their families a customized, immersive look at their exact medical situation. So they customize this thing and the doctor puts this there, puts there. Then they put on the VR goggles with their phone and they actually can kind of like fly through their body to see where they're going to be going and see what they're going to be fixing and why, so they have an understanding of it so it's not so fearful. It sounds really cool, right? I mean, it's almost like, who's that old movie when they miniaturized a little ship and put it into the guy and it was going through the veins and stuff? I don't know. They have it at Disney World too, I think. I don't know. But anyways, the tool has two components. The first is a doctor-facing web interface that allows clinicians to recreate in just minutes the exact clinical findings. And then the other part is where the child gets to go on and fly through it and see what they've got. So I don't know. Interesting tool. I thought I'd share it with you because it is an advancement in the medical area. We'll see if it catches on, So the last story that I have is, yes, about driverless cars. We talk about these things often. This is a huge step, though, that's happening this year. This is out of the New York Times. The title of the article is California Scraps Safety Driver Rules for Self-Driving Cars. Okay, there were different rules that were in place. They have met benchmarks, and now they are changing those rules. And this year, you will see cars on the road legally with no driver in it whatsoever. Up until this point, you have had to have a driver in it in case of emergency that they can grab the wheel. Now you will not have to have a driver at all. They have proven themselves. California regulators have given the green light to truly driverless cars. They have given 50 companies a license to test self-driving vehicles in the state. The new rules also require companies to be able to operate the vehicle remotely, a bit like a flying military drone, and communicate with law enforcement and other drivers when something goes wrong. So there are statistics. There's another article that I have, I think, for next week or something, where they show some statistics of what has happened accident-wise with driverless cars compared to cars with drivers. I got to tell you, it's a whole interesting thing. You're going to see one driving past you very soon with no driver. You're going to be like, doo, 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 doo. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be like, they're here. They're not just in California, they're here. That's what you're going to say. So there you have it. That's the end of our stories today, guys. Let's move forward and see what's trending. The top 10 most searched things yesterday on Google. Number 1, Paralympics 2018. Number 2, Nintendo Direct. Number 3, A Wrinkle in Time. You remember that book? That was a long time ago. Number 4, Tiger Woods. Number 5, Gringo. Number 6, Jessica Jones. Number 7, Golden State Warriors basketball team. Number 8, Derrick Rose, basketball player. Number 9, Jaylen Brown, basketball player. Number 10, Feliz Dia de la Mujer. Mujer. I don't know. I think that's a name. Feliz Dia de la Mujer. I don't know what that is. So on we go, guys, to some trending news. Let's see what's at top of the list. Lee Dong-wook. Actors Lee Dong-wook and Susie confirmed dating. Next is Broward County Sheriff's Office. 911 calls from Parkland school shooting have been released. Next, Donald Trump. Trump accepts offer to meet Kim Jong-un. Then we have Ryan Zink. Interior spent $139,000 on Zink office doors. Next, we have the siege of Eastern Ghouta. 1,000 people have been killed in Eastern Ghouta in 2 weeks. Next, we have Aqib Talib. Aqib Talib traded from Broncos to Rams for 5th round pick. Then we have the Science Magazine, the grim conclusions of the largest ever study of fake news. Wow, that sounds interesting. Next, we have Paul Manafort, ex-Trump campaign manager. Manafort pleads not guilty to fraud. Then we have Duval County Public Schools. A teacher tells his class not to date African Americans because they are not. I'm not even going to finish that story. That guy is an idiot. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I love you, but I don't love the things that you're saying. That was a lesson out of yesterday. Let's just call it a wrap there. Let's move forward to a passage of wisdom, guys. Today's passage of wisdom. I picked this passage in honor of my son Evan for his birthday today because it's his encouragement that helped start the morning routine as I had started. It was his encouragement that helped us start our podcast that he and I did 2 years ago that was all about relationships and about living beyond yourself and about affecting the people around you in a positive way as much as possible and leaving a mark and living a life for Christ. This is a passage that I chose in honor of his birthday today. It is Matthew chapter 5, verse 15. No one lights a lamp and puts it under a basket, but rather on a lampstand, and it gives light for all who are in the house. Very simple passage, guys. No one lights a lamp and puts it under a basket, but rather on a lampstand, and it gives a light for all who are in the house. This is a passage of encouragement. Are you shining your light or are you hiding it under a basket? It's a great question. You can look at it a ton of different ways. Are you hiding it under a basket? Are you staying isolated? Are you not communicating with new people? Are you I don't know, are you not living outward and just living inward? Are you not sharing the story of what love and grace God has for the people around you? For whatever reason it may be, maybe intimidated, maybe not sure what to say. Maybe it could be 100. Maybe you don't want to, single yourself out as, oh, you're one of those people, or whatever it might be. Good morning, Dad. Are you shining your light to the people around? My son always encouraged me to do it. I've done it I've always kind of been that way, but he even pushed me further by watching him and how he lived his life. It's an encouragement to you and I to live our lives shining our light and not hiding it under a basket. Guys, let's pray and let's get this day started. Father, good morning. Father, thank you for this day, March 9th. 2018. Father, today is a day filled with exciting things ahead and filled with some sad things as well. Father, each and every day of the year, people go through the emotions that I happen to be going through on this day. Each and every day of the year, people have things that are in their life that are in the back of their mind that bring them sadness and memories of missed loved ones, or maybe they're in the middle of medical trials and maybe they're in financial trouble and they have these pressures and these things that are just in their mind. Father, wrap your arms around the people who have those things going on today. Show them your love. Show them your strength. Lift them up and help them see the great love that you have for us all around us and how we're all living part of a wonderful story that you have for us. Help us today If we're having a spectacular day, awesome. If we're having a day that's mixed emotions, fantastic. Help us shine our light today, no matter what's going on in our life, no matter what's dragging us down, no matter if what's bringing us into the shadows of depression and wanting to push us into hiding underneath a basket. Help us shine our light today, the light of your love and grace that you have given to us, that we can share it with the people around us and make an impact on them today. This March 9th, 2018, that lives will be changed because of what we say and how we act and who we love today. Father, I love you so much. I thank you for loving me. Amen. And that, my friends, is an awesome wrap to the morning routine in this week of our time together. I want to thank you so much for being here this week. Thank you for being here this morning with me and sharing the start of this day, which is an emotional day for me and my family, sharing it with us. I love you guys so much. Be encouraged today. Today is a great day of thinking what you can do with the amount of time that you have. Doesn't matter if you've got 1 minute, doesn't matter if you've got 1 day, 1 month, 10 years, 30 years left of your life. You can make a magnificent impact in other people's lives today. It's not a picture of time, it's a picture of application. I encourage you to apply yourself today and shine your light like never before. Make this day a memorable day for you. Don't forget to live a life being the person that you were meant to be. I love you guys so much, and I mean that with all my heart. Have a fantastic day and a great weekend. Bye.